Oh, hey. Hello.
What are you guys doing here?
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
What a glorious day.
We have an amazing video planned for you. We have exclusive access
Exclusive.
to the brand new Volkswagen ID.4.
Not an ID.1.
Or an ID.2 or an ID.3. It's the
4.
ID.4.
So this is arguably the first SUV, all-electric SUV outside of Tesla
That has been made, which
that has
is...
been made.
And the Mustang Mach-E, which... It's a Mustang.
We're not really that factual.
No, we're not.
But please come along with us.
If you enjoy the video, we're going to have to say this. You got to click the subscribe button. We're getting you exclusive access. And like the video. Come on.
We got literally a professional behind us in the car
Yeah, we do.
telling us about the new ID.4. So come along, let's go see it. Tyler, one of my favorite things, look at this.
What is it?
Come over here. So here's your windows, and roll it down. Let's say you want the back window roll down. You hit that, and then the back window rolls down.
That's awesome.
So on the head unit, hit the purple square. Hit vehicle.
Oh boy.
So in here you can kind of do a couple of customizable things. So if you hit the actual picture of the vehicle.
This guy?
Yep. And then hit something like mirrors. So you can synchronize the mirror adjustment so that when you move the left mirror, the right mirror will move in the opposite direction.
Okay.
As well too, so you don't have to do two at once. If you go back, you can do things if you click interior, you can like dim the cockpit, you can change the brightness of the ID light, your running home and leaving lights, so click on ID light. You can adjust the brightness, and if you start fiddling with your brightness, look on the dash.
Oh!
See as your ID lighting.
Did you see that?
Whenever the car
awesome.
whenever the car communicates to you, it will glow in the center, and it will talk to you kind of like Kit Car.
Okay.
And then you can also, if you click roof, you can close the shade by just swiping up on that.
And that is a heck of a panoramic roof.
Yeah, full pane of glass.
It's not the quickest shade in the world, but it's the biggest.
And then
You can also close it by just swiping up here as well.
Okay, so that's pretty awesome.
and if you want to turn a light, you
Yeah,
just
tap,
tap it.
tap, tap, tap.
Just tap it
it
in.
in.
Give
Just
give it a little tap.
little tap.
Okay,
Tap, tap,
here's
tap.
another cool thing about the interior. If you want, they're all kind of configurable, right? So if you want to move your cup holders, maybe in the back.
So one, you have a cup holder for a larger cup storage, and two for smaller, normal sized drinks. Or if you want, you can flip those around and then create two more cup holder spots. And then if you flip that top one around too, it will give you the access
Like that
to
way,
have
okay.
two other cups in there. So in total in the front seat, you can hold up to 6 cups.
6 cups! That's the most cup storage in any car we've ever driven.
That's awesome.
Fact
And
check
look,
that.
those might actually fit your energy drinks. Your V8 energy drinks.
Oh, you're right.
Yep.
Yeah, this is really cool. And then you got a little garage door.
Little garage door. Wireless charging pad right there for your phone, so a nifty spot designed specifically just for your cell phone, which is nice. Also, back here too, what's really cool is you have these seat pockets behind the seats, perfectly designed for your passenger's cell phone as well too, along with a rear pocket as well. White accents all over throughout the first edition as well, which is pretty cool.
And is your seat massaging you?
Yeah, I can
Show
feel
them
it.
down on the back, on the top there. You got the set 1, 2,
Two,
and then the
massage.
picture of the seat. That's a massager, and there's no reason you would ever turn that thing off.
Except if you're running on 0 miles left and you need to make it to a charging port.
Okay, but so we had 108 miles the last time I looked at this.
We've went up?
We went up
So,
because we did some regenerative braking.
well, not
I
only
think.
that too, but treat it like treat it like your normal car, right? When you start driving long distances, your range is going to expand a little bit because the car is running more economically. It's running at its peak performance and stuff like that. So I did a trip in this from here up to Twig.
Okay.
And at a half a charge, it was saying I had 189 miles left to go. Volkswagen claims at 250 miles on a charge, but I think it will do a little bit better.
Okay. Well, that's like the general Volkswagen brands.
Yeah,
they underestimate everything.
You know, one thing that I just noticed that I love. It's like mimicking the R and the GTI with the first badge at the bottom.
Our line has our line in there.
Any significant Volkswagen thing that happened, I know the Beetle Dune
has
not the DSG, the oh, I'm failing on my Volkswagen knowledge. The GSR Beetle had a plaque right underneath it that told you how many were made and what is. So anything that's unique or special about a Volkswagen, they always throw it right under the steering wheel.
They have the new navigation, right?
And what can you do with it?
This is going to be in all Mark 8s?
Yeah.
This screen?
And what can you do with this screen that's so special?
I can't remember.
Customize.
Can you smack me in the face with it?
Oh yeah, you can like do something like that.
Motion control. Gesture control is what it's called.
And oh yeah, and you turn on the wipers when you use it.
Yeah, it's just cool. And it's wireless.
Wireless app connect. So right now my phone's in the back seat and I have the Android Auto running right now, which is really cool. So how it does it is it knows what kind of phone you have, what brand phone you have through the Bluetooth. So the second that you pair, it will give you an option to use either Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. You can have multiple phones paired at the same time and switch between Apple CarPlay and Android Auto almost seamlessly.
That is awesome.
Heated steering wheel. Is that just a first edition thing, or else you gotta spec it that way?
It will come in the Pro all-wheel drive.
Okay.
To
so
turn
that's
up
all
the
like in here-ish.
Yep.
There's your steering wheel. Here's your seats.
And then everything is on, at least on the dash, not on the screen, is swipe motion. So you can either tap.
Oh boy.
You can either tap it, or you can slide your finger. So if you tap your finger on the heat, on the red, it will.
Oh, there we go.
It's adjusting, or to do it quicker, you swipe your finger from left to right.
There's up, down,
all around.
All around. Oh, how do you? Let's say it's cold out in the morning.
Okay.
And you want to have your car hot.
Yes. So a lot of questions that people have been asking me is, what about auto start? Well, obviously it's an electric battery, so it can start kind of whenever it wants to. So you can program your car to your daily schedule of when you're getting in and out of your car and when you think it is. So hit the X on the screen, hit the box.
That's like the home button?
Yep.
Okay.
Hit it again, the box one more time. Now swipe all the way down and hit aux climate control. So from here, if you click departure, you can see you have set times and dates. You can add more if you want, and you can tell the car when you want it to turn on and turn off. And then if you hit climate, you can have it turn on your function. I believe if you click a seat, it will tell you, what you want to do, and then go up to
climate. And it will set it to whatever seat.
Correct.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And
that's Fisker Karma-esque.
Watch this. If you want your sound to be over here,
drag and drop. Another cool thing, click on ambient light. You can completely customize the color of your vehicle. So color 1 will go through the dash right underneath the dash.
Up there?
No, it's down.
Down here?
Oh, right here.
Okay.
You can see it.
And color 2
is in the door of the driver and passenger, not the rear.
That's a fun nighttime trick right there.
It's like in right there, but you can't really see it.
Yeah, this is cool. And it's very minimalistic.
Yeah. Yeah, Volkswagen wanted it to, be futuristic without looking overcomplicated with buttons and stuff
and
like
these,
that.
so if, am I in any mode that I can swipe these? Oh, and it vibrates.
Yeah,
like when
no actual button, it's just a vibrating.
Oh, so here I'm like changing my view there.
Yep. The nice thing that I do like about this that has been starting to come on some of the 2021 models as well is you now have the option of switching the car between normal cruise control and adaptive cruise control.
Okay.
That is awesome.
Which is a huge step, because I know a lot of, like, on my GTI, once my sensor gets clogged up, it renders my cruise control completely useless.
Yes.
But on here now, when that happens, you can switch to normal cruise and still have the luxury of your cruise control, just won't have the adaptive feature.
Yeah, this is fantastic. And other than that, everything's pretty normal Volkswagen. I mean, it's seemingly
And then, if
comfortable
you look
in here.
down yonder, you'll see that your gas pedal and your brake are pause and play buttons, which are pretty cool.
That is wonderful.
The whole thing is just cool. Okay, so we're gonna drive here. So I got my foot on the brake.
Yep.
I don't know what I'm doing.
So you rotate
But
upward.
I'm rotating upward to go to drive.
Correct.
There's a D and a B. B is for regenerative braking.
Okay.
So it's really like Nick calls it a one pedal drive. You still got to hit the brake when you get to a stop sign, but it pretty much slows your car down a lot.
It's using the battery to decrease the power of the car, so that when you want to come to a stop, it slows the car down a little quicker than in normal drive. And while it's doing that, it's recharging the battery as well.
That's super. Whoa.
There's the snap.
Okay, that's no slouch.
Nick, you should probably charge your cell phone.
Yeah,
sometime.
I know. I told the car told me.
Yep, that's pretty impressive. The car knows when you need to charge your cell phone.
So this is the rear-wheel drive version.
Correct.
And how much horsepower are we?
So the single motor battery is pushing out 150 kilowatts of power to the rear wheels, performing about 208 horsepower. Later on, the all-wheel drive dual motor, there's no kilowatt spec on it yet, but they are projecting that it will produce anywhere between 308 to 310 horsepower.
I mean, those are good numbers.
Yeah.
Those are good numbers in a combustion engine.
Yeah. So, along with your charging capabilities, it has three main ways to charge your the vehicle. You can either do DC level 1 charge, which will be your normal wall plug. That will charge your car from 0 to 85% in about 28-ish hours. DC level 2, it will charge your car from 0 to 85% in 7 to 8 hours. And then a DC level 3 fast charger, it will charge your car from 0 to 85 in 35 minutes.
We should try out that regenerative braking up here at the stop sign.
Okay, so we're gonna flip it forward to B. There, I
You
just
can already tell the
I took my foot off. I'm not on any pedal.
It's kind of like driving a golf cart.
It is
actually-
slowing way down.
Yeah, I didn't even have to hit any pedal there.
That was a true one pedal experience.
It was a true one pedal experience. It is weird.
Is it?
There's probably a time when you're going to get used to it by using it, but I think initial thoughts are that I would definitely drive it in the regular driving mode.
Mm-hmm.
In town though, you are going to gain some
Look at these houses, oh my God.
some range, right? With your regenerative braking. I
Yep.
mean, oh, this is not the road I was thinking it was.
I think we're driving down a cul-de-sac.
And now we've come to my house, which is right in front of us.
I like this. There really isn't anything that I don't like about it.
I love the two-tone colors. I like the seat back. It says ID right there in the seat back. I love the perforated leatherette. It's really comfortable and soft and supple.
Whatever material they use for padding on this is possibly one of the most comfortable Volkswagen seats for padding wise I've ever sat in. Now, if they bolstered the seat up like on the R and the GTI, it would be the best Volkswagen seat to date.
Yep.
I would say I haven't ever sat in a Volkswagen with this comfortable of seats.
Well, I mean, especially when you got the massager on.
I know, that's kind of the biggest reason.
So paired along with the $7,500 tax credit that you'll get from the federal government for buying an electric car, you get $500 from the state of Minnesota for installation of a charger in your home. And then Electrify America has also paired with Volkswagen as well to give you 3 years of free charging at any Electrify America station in the United States.
It's a very big incentive, I would say.
They really want you to drive electric.
Yeah, Electrify America chargers right now are running 30 cents for every minute.
I thought that the noise would bother me, or the lack of noise, but I think that Volkswagen specifically, like Jen's Tiguan,
Yep.
your GTI is louder because it's a little bit more performance, right? But her Tiguan's quiet.
Yep.
I would say that this has the same road noise, except for acceleration is quieter.
Right.
But it's not like I'm losing a sensation.
No, it feels like you're in a luxury car, and they did an excellent job with that in this car because the massaging seats in the front, with coupled with the insanely comfortable seats, it just feels like they just padded up the windows and all the sound deadening to the point to where you can't hear the car anyway. If
you have a Volkswagen that's prior to, is this a 22? Are we in 21?
This is 21.
21. This will tell you, oh, I guess it's not anymore, but it did tell me what the speed limit was.
Yeah, so it does have the dynamic road sign. The dynamic, there it is.
There we go.
So it has the dynamic traffic alert and dynamic road sign display, which is really nice.
It only does it on like our Tiguan when we're actively using navigation.
Correct.
But this is just naturally doing it.
Yeah, so the 2021 models should do that as well too with the dynamic road sign display.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
I really like this screen.
I love that you can swipe to heat things up and cool them down and turn up and down the volume. I like tapping. It's a pretty nifty little
Nick,
buggy.
you've been able to play with this for a couple weeks, right?
Yeah.
Would you say your comfort level with all the stuff is pretty, it's like normal now?
I'm pretty much up to par as I am on the rest of the models by now. I mean, obviously there's still stuff that I gotta learn, and there's still stuff that I always have to learn. But I'm pretty comfortable, you know, selling one, doing a demo on one, taking one home and driving it, know how it does. Like I was teaching my dad some stuff. He's looking at a new Atlas, so he was at the VW dealership in Rhode Island, and he was sitting in this, and I was telling him how to do stuff over the phone, and he's like, geez, you already know how to do it? I'm like, well, that's kind of my job.
Well, because I think like after 20 minutes of being in here,
you figure it out.
You can
quick.
easily operate this thing.
And the beautiful thing about the Volkswagen brand is it does have remnants of all the other Volkswagen products. So it's never going to be like a completely foreign situation.
I've sat in a Tesla Model 3 recently, and it's pretty simplistic like this on the inside, but this feels like there's just a little bit more.
Yeah, you
like
get a little confused in the Tesla, like, okay, what do I touch?
Right, because it's literally just the screen and a steering wheel.
That's it. So on the opposite end of that spectrum, I just recently drove the Ford Mach-E, and it was the opposite end. There was too much going on.
Okay.
They had a giant screen that went from probably where ours sits, probably down to where the cup holder is.
So from like here all the way down to here?
Yeah, and then right at the very bottom, it looks like somebody put a piece of 3M tape and stuck it onto the screen. And that's your volume tile. It's weird.
That does not sound as pleasant as
this is every bit of quality as any Volkswagen I've been in.
So this Volkswagen gave me that feeling that I got in 15 when I first drove the first MQB chassis Golf GTI. As I'm driving it, not only can you feel how well this was built, how much time and thought process went into building this and making this, but it also gives you that sense of feeling that from this point on, everything with this brand is going to be different.
Right. Now, I might get you on this question,
sure,
but it's a legitimate question. From the research I've done, a charge at your home costs roughly like $7 or $8, depending upon your market. Do you have any idea of like a generalized?
Not yet.
How much? But because I always think about like the cost. Gas is.
So open up the glove box there.
And grab the sticker.
It shows you like your fuel savings.
Okay.
I don't know about your.
You save $4,000 in fuel costs over 5 years. Annual fuel cost would be $700.
Well, I spend $700 in about like a laughable amount of time.
Well, regularly, I spend probably about $50 a week on fuel.
Yeah, I know. I'm in like between our couple cars, I'm into the $400, $500 range a month.
Now, what it will do to your electric bill, I don't know.
Right.
I know. All I can base off is Tesla. I know a couple of friends that have some Teslas, and they said their electric bill has gone up maybe $5 a month.
Okay.
Having an electric car, depending on, now it's aggressively charging it. But
and if you're smart about it, and you go to a charging station where you get for free for how many years?
3.
I mean, if you're smart about where you're going shopping and plugging it in, you wouldn't have to plug it in at home.
Right. paired with the home charger as well, the car does have a trickle charge feature as well.
I have a question specifically about the towing and charging relating, well, not charging, but battery life. How much is it degraded if you pull 2,200 pounds?
They haven't disclosed how much it will affect, but you have to be a fool not to think that it will affect your battery in some capability.
That sounds like a turn 5 test.
Do you have something that weighs 2,200 pounds?
right. Just like we talked about earlier, there is theoretically no degradation at 30 below, right? But like any battery, it's gonna be affected on a very minute.
Extreme heat or extreme cold, it's going to have some bearings on what the battery is going to be doing, just like if you're hooked up to a tow, just like if you're in a gas car too. I know where this was a point that I just made to you earlier was, you know, my GTI, my fuel economy is definitely dependent on whether it's hot or it's cold out.
Absolutely.
So battery, I guess
performance is going to change a minimally, very minimally.
I guess MPCs will be affected by that. So
miles per charge, is that what you?
That's what I'm calling it.
Oh, you got to start doing what we call it. We call it miles per mile.
Yeah, miles per mile. This evokes some emotion.
It does.
Like I associate electric vehicles with a loss of soul, right?
Insanely boring is what I think.
I feel like this car has a soul.
Yeah.
I think they did it with the interior. The white and the black contrast, I can't get over it. I think it looks amazing. It looks better than in the Tiguan.
Yep. It is the white steering wheel and the white head unit are only first edition features. The regular all-wheel drive Pro and S models will come with a black steering wheel and black stuff. So
well, that's just disappointing.
Have to worry about eating Cheetos on a road trip and getting your steering wheel.
The steering feel is extremely tight. I mean, it's literally like any other brand new vehicle. Everything fits.
Turn it into flip farm here.
Like how you think that it would.
It has an absolute mind-blowing turning radius.
Does it?
Yes.
Or does it have launch control? Is that why we're going in this parking lot? Like the first time you took me out on a test drive in my red GTI? When we went in a parking lot?
What?
We never did that.
Hey, you gotta sell cars somehow, right?
Yeah.
Well, Nick, I'm so happy that we were able to take it out for a ride, and it literally changes my...
I do understand your motion sickness.
Yeah.
The no noise and then the turning and the suppleness of it.
The
It's
sensory aspect of it.
So you park, you hit this button right here. Then you get that, you're in park.
Yep. And like we were talking about before, weight actuated seat paired with the car, knowing that the key is in it, you don't have to do anything. You just get out of the car.
Over here.
It knows that it's in. When you get in the car and you sit down, you just twist it, foot on the brake and twist, and it will, it'll turn on. So you don't have to sit there and push a button or...
Real quick, the last thing I didn't show them is over here are your lights. So you have auto. If the poor weather is, if the weather is poor, you can put that on. Whatever, you got low beams. And then you got your defrosters over here as well.
I found a quirking feature so we can be like Doug DeMuro.
But I'm going just into auto there.
If you look right here, it's got a 0 and a person. So if you pull it to the 0, it stops the flow of air from there. And if you push it to the person, that's how the air comes back. Most cars don't do that. They just have a little wheel.
Do you review cars for a pseudo living? I mean, not a living at all, but if like you want to be homeless, is that your profession?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is nice. What were we showing up here?
We're turning radius.
Oh, turning radius.
I'm gonna get out and record you going in a circle.
All right, I like it. And everybody looks at you.
I know.
It's like you're driving.
It's like a spaceship. Two spots? I think we did 2 spots. Wow. We did 2 spots. That was the width of our turning radius.
That's insane.
It's almost, it's dangerously close to having a 0-point turning radius.
Well, Nick, thank you very much for taking us on a tour of this. I hope this helped you guys out, and it really makes me want to get rid of our Tiguan and think about...
Anybody watching wants one too, you can go to vwofduluth.com and reserve yours on a reservation platform, or you can just stop into the store, take a drive in it yourself, come see me, I'm Nick, or my coworker Tyler. We'd be more than happy to demonstrate the ID.4 to you and walk you through the reservation platform as well.
And there will be a link to their website in the description below.
Yeah.
Bingo. Love it.
Thank you very much, Nick.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Absolutely. Anything for you guys, you know that.